2016 Rio Olympics, the NHL, Premier League, the NASCAR chase for the Sprint Cup playoffs, and Primetime's #1 show, Sunday Night Football, only on NBC.
In Paris, the City of Light actually has been the City of Gray for the last 2 weeks. Most unusual. Record-setting rains, cool temperatures, and a day, however, on this Sunday that has dawned dry, thankfully. And we are poised to have a men's championship that for the 4th time in the last 5 years, that man, the world #1, the undisputed best player in the world, Novak Djokovic, will try to win. Last year, he walked on this court on this day. And in the minds of most, it was a coronation. It felt inevitable that he would capture this championship, only to run into a spectacular performance by Stan Wawrinka of Switzerland. And here he is again. He's persevered 4 times in 5 years to play for this, the only tennis prize that he hasn't won.
Well, Ted, you got to give him credit. Let's start with the fact that he keeps putting himself in this position, which is awesome, and he is ready to go. You can be assured of that, trying to make history.
7 days apart in age, Andy Murray and Novak Djokovic. They've been friends off the court, so close on the court.
Welcome.
Let's listen to French television.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. Looking forward to it. Obviously, Grand Slam finals. These are the matches that you play for and train for. So, looking forward to it.
This is what tennis is all about.
It is, yeah.
Best wishes, my friend.
Cracked him open like a walnut.
He said it like it was. Got right to the point.
Yeah. And that's the prize today, the Coupe des Mousquetaires, that likely still has the teeth marks of Rafa Nadal's 9 bites. He's taken into that Stan Wawrinka lifted last year, and that Andy Murray today has his first chance to play for. You think about a grinder. He's worked so hard to get to this brink, to get to this moment on clay.
Well, he spent a lot of time on clay as a youth when he moved to Spain. He's always been able to play well on this surface. It took him a while, Ted, to believe he could really play well and win this thing. This is the first year I think he believes he could win this.
And judging by the luggage he's taking on the court, he knows that this could be a long match.
Pour la première fois en finale à Roland Garros, l'Écossais et Britannique Andy Murray.
There's a first semblance of what this atmosphere will be like today. Does this Parisian crowd want Novak Djokovic to get what has so far eluded him? And Andy Murray can understand this feeling as well as anyone. It was Andy Murray who finally won Wimbledon, beating Novak Djokovic in the final. So Andy Murray understands what Novak Djokovic feels. And Novak Djokovic is hardly alone.
You have no idea. Yeah, this place might be beautiful and unique and full of charm and class and all that, but I'm telling you, and I'm speaking here for some of the greatest players ever to pick up a racket. You have no idea how brutal, how awful, and painful this French Open can be. Do you know how many of us could only get so close? Pete, Boris, Jimmy, me. If you don't know the story of the '84 final, you're probably better off. But now it's 2016 anyway, and he's the best player in the world. Already one of the best ever, but he's still missing one thing. This trophy, this title, at this championship. Yes, Novak's come close. 2014, gets to the finals, but no. Last year, gets to the finals again, and again, no. So here he is one more time. And if you're a tennis fan, what more can you ask for than Novak versus Andy? Number 1 in the world playing number 2 in the world. And playing for a Grand Slam title neither one of them has won. When's the last time that happened? Oh, come on. One of these guys is walking out of here with a trophy in their hand and a smile on their face. One of these guys is leaving Roland Garros a French Open champion. I hope you have an idea just how much that would mean.
And welcome back into Roland Garros and the men's championship. The French Open presented by Longines. It is number 1 against number 2. We're thrilled to have you with us, Mary Carrillo, Ted Robinson, John McEnroe. Damien Dumassois, the chair umpire, is just the coin toss.
They've done that a few times in big matches.
And as they now begin their warm-up for this championship match, I had to come to Paris on Sunday to get true confessions from you, John.
Still hurts.
Yeah. So you get it. But I said Andy gets it. Andy has to get it because he was that way at Wimbledon.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think we watched Murray over the years, particularly over there. More pressure on him than any player you've ever seen. And it's been mounting on Novak for a while. I mean, all anyone's been speaking about the last couple days is Muhammad Ali and what a historic figure he was, what he meant to everyone in the whole world, but especially athletes, the stands he took. He laid it on the line, and this is what, in a tiny way, we're trying here in tennis. There's history could be made. It's been 47 years since anyone's held all 4 at the same time. That's what Novak Djokovic is trying to do. That's exciting. Murray is trying to do something no Brit's done. Well, we've heard this before at Wimbledon, 1937, something like that. So, and in addition to that, it should be a great match.
Yeah. It feels, Mary, a little bit like this has been a date for Novak Djokovic that just hasn't ended well.
No, that's
and he's trying
true.
to figure out how to make this date end the right way.
And he grew up on clay. Yeah. So it's a little unusual that for all the great stuff, I mean, all the matches he's already won, all the majors he's already collected, this is the one that has eluded him. Of course, that's because so many times here he's faced Rafa Nadal, for instance, Roger Federer, but neither one of them is here. And this, I really do feel at the age of 29, they both are. I mean, they both must know that very few people continue to win majors after the age of 30. Andy said the other day that he knows that this could be his last best shot, getting all the way to the championship match.
And we just saw that 2-7 record, and Djokovic is responsible for a lot of that from the Murray side, John. So, but this is the first time they've done this on clay. Heavy weather, heavy conditions we've seen. Your sense of the match?
I think it helped Murray against Wawrinka. I think it's the best clay court match he's ever played. I think that the impact of his ball, he hits a flatter ball, which I think maybe will be helped a little bit. The spin that Novak uses more often won't be as effective against him. He's obviously, where he's grown up, played in these conditions more. I personally think that they've handled it spectacularly well, both the guys, given the fact that these conditions have been so hard. Here they are, 1 and 2 in the world. I mean, you can't ask for more than this. And I picked Djokovic to win this at the beginning of the tournament. I also felt that Murray's best chance he'd ever have was this year. So I can't say it shocks me at all that they're in the finals, but I think Novak is the better overall player, and certainly done that and proven it in big matches. And if he plays up to his ability, if nerves don't get to him, Ted, he's going to win this.
Well, it is another day when Novak Djokovic strives for history, the men's championship from Paris. Next.
Longines, official timekeeper of the French Open. here, but it's going by fast. The opportunity of the year is back. The Mercedes-Benz Summer Event. Get to your dealer today for incredible once-a-season offers and start firing up those grills. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
What are you doing?
Sarah, I love you.
No, it's my brother. Keep going.
Sarah, were you married?
What do you want, Todd?
Keep it going! If you sit on your phone, you butt dial people. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I know we just met like 2 months ago.
Can an established bank move like a startup? It's a question we get from some of our largest banking clients. The face of their business was tellers, then ATMs. Today it's their mobile app running on the IBM Cloud. Across every transaction, the hybrid cloud helps their data move quickly and securely. Our clients are building out features and pushing updates faster on 5 continents. With the IBM Cloud, they can move at the speed of any startup.
The French Open, presented by Longines, is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. By IBM. IBM Watson can help us outthink our biggest challenges. And by U.S. Bank. It's the second year in a row, but it still seems strange to be sitting in this stadium on Championship Sunday to look down on the court and see neither Rafa Nadal nor Roger Federer.
Yeah, well, it will be highly unlikely to see Roger Federer in this position again. He didn't even play. He's trying to get ready for Wimbledon. Novak got the much bigger round of applause. He's paid his dues with the French fans, and they are ready for him to pull the win.
And that's the fascinating part. Without incredible Fed heads, traveling Federer fans, and without Nadal's support, yeah, is it going to be Djokovic's day? He's had a trickier road to this final, brought to you by IBM because of the rains this past week and that 4th round match that got split over 2 days.
Well, he absolutely lost that set against Bautista Agut because of the conditions. He just wasn't ready to play. They threw him out there too quick. But other than that, you see he has not lost a single set. Murray should go out there. To me, he's got less to lose at this stage, far less to lose. And so this is an opportunity for him to swing more freely, not feel the pressure he normally does.
Well, he knows this is going to be the toughest title he ever tries to win, and quite frankly, he was 2 points from losing in the first round of this tournament to a qualifier. Radek Stepanek, the veteran from the Czech Republic, had him in all kinds of trouble. Then he had another 5-setter in the next round, so it took him a while before he started playing his very best tennis. And then he played a glistening match against Stan Wawrinka, the defending champion, in the last round to get here. But he's played about 5 hours more than Djokovic. So he was glad he had yesterday off, to say the least. These two played very tough physical matches. Stylistically, they're very much the same. And this could remind some of Borg Vilas, quite frankly. Djokovic playing the role of Borg.
How fitting.
That's true. Not wasting any time. Djokovic's hands, his feel for the ball, including that shot, has gotten much better the last couple of years.
This has been a drop shot filled French Open. There's one of the leading practitioners of it.
No question. We've seen that since he was a teenager, utilizing that shot. So similar, these two styles. It comes down to between the ears, and both guys have a lot of will and heart and desire. Djokovic that extra edge with the overall skill, mentally, and his game got a little bit more to it at this stage.
He's got a much better second serve than Murray, too. Djokovic, has he come out well?
In the quarters, Murray used that shot extensively against Gasquet to wear him down. And, especially when you're winning the points doing this, it pays dividends not only with the score now, but later on if it went to a fourth or fifth set. Murray had a far tougher match on Friday than Novak did.
There's a strong statement to start by Djokovic. Let's look rapidly at Murray's road, brought to you by IBM.
No, I mean, he was in real trouble just to get out of the first couple of rounds. And then he handled a couple of big servers, Ivo Karlovic and John Isner, with ease. Richard Gasquet, the last Frenchman standing, took the opening set from him. Then he handled that easily, and then again against Wawrinka, he played a tremendous match. Took the return so early, moved the ball all over the court, showed all kinds of variety, and really broke the will of the Swiss.
That was a heck of a lot of energy and exertion he's had to put in just to get here. And then he plays the best guy of them all by a pretty wide margin.
And the road, too, really started for these two a month ago. They played back-to-back clay court finals on major events leading to Paris. Djokovic won in Madrid in 3 sets. Murray then won in straight sets in Rome. Djokovic didn't break his serve at all in that match.
Well, he was fatigued from a couple really tough matches leading up to that, taking place the days before. This crowd's going to energize him. They're already chanting no legend.
Another drop shot.
The balls have looked a little wide. Murray covers the court about as well as anyone, so he's going to have to be careful because Murray's going to be on to this now, if he wasn't already.
jumped all over that second serve, didn't he? And you could tell that Djokovic is tense because he's already started bouncing the ball a lot between serves. Something he did an awful lot of when he was younger.
Just did an interview on French TV with Amélie Mauresmo was there. I mean, that's what we were talking about, just what her and other coaches had wanted Murray to do. He's got a great return, you know, take advantage of that on the second serve especially.
So then take that to the last 4 years, 16 head-to-head matches between these two, and only 3 of those 16 has Djokovic won less than 50% of his second serve points against a great returner.
Yeah. That's the biggest difference between these two. Djokovic is #1 in the world winning second serves. Murray is 15th.
Wasn't going to be long before Murray pulled it out of the bag as well. You can see that ball carving away from Djokovic off the court. It made it even more difficult to execute. Trading breaks already.
Yeah. So how about this? These two great returners. Each breaks the other, and neither's won a second serve point in his first service game.
The head is obviously one-sided, particularly these last couple years. Coinciding, I agree with Mr. Becker arriving on the scene. He's had a phenomenal record against the top players. And Murray's not going to get, he's had a couple of occasions. There's Boris, there's 6-time slam winner. Where the heat's gotten to him, especially down in Australia, the Open, this is obviously not going to be the case here.
Second straight major where these two have met in the final. The Australian Open was all Djokovic. These two have played each other since they were teenagers. In fact, the first time they played was a junior tournament here in France. Murray said Djokovic improved so much quicker than he did in his teens and early 20s. But now, let's face it, the chances of Rafa playing Roger, they dominated for 5 years, winning, splitting the majors between them. Those days are over.
And there's a decisive hold for Murray.
Oh, looks like we missed most of the show.
Yeah, and there's no way to restart it.
With DirecTV, there is.
You see, we got the power to turn back time, so let's restart the show that started at 9. And while we're at it, let's give you back your due and give her back the guy she liked before you. Hey, that's the power to turn back time.
Get the ultimate all-included bundle. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
The Memorial Day sale at Ashley Home Store has been extended. It's your last chance to shop store-wide savings or get no interest for 6 years. Take home this queen bed, now just $5.99, or this reclining sofa, now just $7.99. Hurry in, Ashley Home Store. This is home.
If you haven't heard the news, Prepare to flip out. Introducing new Capri Sun Organic. Made with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives, and one serving of fruit. Their drink is now as organic as their play.
Now, the immediate goal for this champion to win this title, to complete the career slam. This is his 6th straight slam final. Only Federer has ever bettered that. Remarkable, hasn't lost since that Sunday here last year. And bigger picture, he's at 11 majors, Federer at 17. Novak's now 29.
Nadal at 14. Yeah. He just turned 30.
Since turning 29, the most majors won in the Open era, Agassi and Laver, 5 each.
Well, that was stopped. That not by Murray, the umpire. That's a strange move there. But it was apparently out. I'll tell you, you want to see how well Murray covers the court? I think you saw it on this point.
Hawkeye presented by the Lincoln Motor Company.
And he's absolutely hitting the ball as hard as he's ever hit it on this surface, that's for sure.
6 straight points for Andy Murray.
Look at that.
Man.
Novak will actually hit that kick. And that's going to sit. Well, guess what? It's not kicking up quite as high. And it's just a beautiful spot for Murray to just crush it.
It's only about 82 miles an hour. That's not like Novak. Again, you can tell he's tight on his serve so far.
Djokovic has served 8 points and won 2.
He was running up there. He was thinking, I'm going to hit that drop shot right back. That would have gotten him some more respect from this partisan crowd at the moment for Djokovic. Just clipped the top of the tape.
This is clear. Unprecedented kind of start for Djokovic. He's not
hardly surprised that he's tight. Just think he broke at love too. That ball skidded off the line, and he caught it late, and what a quick turnaround.
This is just like how Murray played against Wawrinka. He has come out so beautifully. Judy Murray, when Novak beat her kid at the Australian Open final, she sought him out to congratulate him, and Novak said that's not a surprise at all. She's watched us play since we were kids. They know each other and respect each other. so much for the consummate professionalism that they both have. They are, Murray and Djokovic, so hardworking, such students of the game.
Inside out forehands off so far. Murray's speed is mighty impressive.
Murray looks great, but Novak's now lost 10 of the last 11 points.
Those are not balls that you normally see Djokovic miss.
Hard against.
It's tough to keep your composure, keep relaxed under situations that he's been trying to pull this off for so long. I mean, look at Serena. I mean, Serena's been chasing it like they're human. You lose sight of how tough this is that they're trying to do. Murray finished 2008 4 in the world, 2009 4 in the world, 2010 4 in the world, 2011 4 in the world. You get the idea. 2013 4 in the world, and here he is. He's better than ever. I mean, it's pretty impressive to not get discouraged and to keep battling.
And he has stormed out. Very positive on court.
4 straight games.
By 2050, we'll need twice the food from the same acreage to feed the world. That's going to take serious innovation. I'm John, research agronomist at Coke. We're challenging ourselves to create more advanced fertilizers that deliver nutrients to our crops more efficiently while respecting our environment, so farmers can apply less and grow more. We are Coke.
Producers of American Ninja Warrior comes the toughest team competition the world has ever known. Spartan Ultimate Team Challenge premieres after American Ninja Warrior Monday, June 13th on NBC.
Novak Djokovic's parents, they were such a staple for all of his matches early in his career. Very enthusiastic supporters. Sometimes to the irritation of Novak's opponents.
No, they've calmed down a lot.
They have. And Novak's dad has recovered, battled an illness. It's just a good thing to see them back.
A lot of space to work with on this court if you want to throw up a defensive lob. Why not take advantage of it?
Another forehand miss. Wow, that's been his biggest problem so far. It's his 7th error just from that side.
I think the conditions being heavier, he just doesn't feel like he's making the impact he wants early, and he's overhitting. He's stressing. It's just easy for me to say, settle down. It's a helicopter above.
Yes, exactly.
It's creating that noise.
Ball called out. Second serve.
The serves don't have a whole lot on it, and then he tries to go a little bit bigger and doubles. Morris was a tremendous server, great second serve.
4 times a semifinalist here.
Pretty clear how well Murray covers the court. He didn't think he'd have a shot at it. He actually hit it shorter, a little bit too short there. Had a pretty good look at it. Novak's been more willing in their matches to move forward and take it up and volley and try to put away shots at net. And that's helped him a lot. Swing so hard now that they often get that ball to drop over the net. Softer nets here in Europe. So they have to move them for the doubles, so they just don't have that. They're not as taught. Same at Wimbledon.
First deuce game.
It's out. Yeah. I think you're going to see Novak. You're seeing it already. Good plan, subtle plan B to start to be more aggressive. Take it to Murray more.
That was Murray's shot to win. That would have given him a chance for 5-1.
Hold tough as everything today will be. Now next weekend, NBC Sports Championship season will continue. Final leg of the Triple Crown comes from New York. Coverage of the Belmont begins on NBC SN Friday and race day Saturday at 5 Eastern on NBC. Just under 15,000 in Court Philippe Chatrier. Murray has finally cleared the semi-final hurdle, the one that you referenced, Mary. The Boris, for example, so many greats wasn't able to get past. A 5-set semi against Djokovic here last year.
15-0.
Murray has 2 major championships, and in both he beat Djokovic, the 2012 US Open and his memorable 13 Wimbledon.
He's hit the line twice in a row on his serve.
30-0.
You hope that happens on this surface so it skids. But he's also lost quite a few of these too. His opponent too. He first played at what, 11 or 12? Or they thought that they'd be doing this, and it's amazing. This often?
4 times he's lost to Djokovic in the Australian Open final, 1 time in the semis. That's been the most frustrating. And if he had won 1 of those, he'd be going for the career slam.
At some point, you knew that Novak would clean up that forehand. So Murray's going to have to be able to add a little bit extra, start being effective with a 2-hander, which he can be. He hasn't had to yet up the line. Linesman on the sideline. If you see how far out he is, if Murray loses this point, he's stepping out behind that sign, and he's clearly in Murray's eyesight. Take a look at how this is a tremendous point by Novak hitting the ball cleaner now. He's pretty close to Djokovic, and when Murray's looking at Novak, he's also looking at the linesman. It's weird.
Same setup here. To move like a batter can ask in baseball.
Well, he's also moving back to where his position during the rally, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So it's Murray's become aware of it, and it's bothering him a little bit.
See Djokovic digging in for that point.
And you'd hate to have this hurt Murray because he's playing so well, but it's hard not to get annoyed by this.
shouldn't.
Because the crowd would get on him. They're already on Novak's side.
Exactly, and Andy is out serving Djokovic, and he's playing better off the ground.
Just long.
That's what he's motioning now. Murray again. And this is very similar for people who watch baseball. You see that all the time. If a batter feels the umpire is in his vision, he'll ask the umpire to move.
Anticipated by Murray. Looked like he was going to be in trouble with that volley. Didn't get the angle he wanted, but that's a long run for Novak. He didn't think Murray was going to be there. Nicely cut off. Perfect serve.
131.
Not to mention the hardest serve he's hit.
That's good because he hasn't been doing well on second serves of late.
There you can see Murray 3 of 9. Djokovic 2 of 8. But Murray wins one there to 5-2.
The 2016 Olympic Games this summer from Rio.
School's out, and here come the kids. Can your internet keep up? Seize the summer with Xfinity from Comcast. With the fastest, most reliable in-home Wi-Fi, everyone can be online at the same time. Plus, save on your wireless bill with millions of hotspots nationwide. So get the X1 Double Play for only $79.99 a month for 2 full years. Plus, get 6 times the internet speed free for a year. Sale ends June 19th. Call or go online today.
This is the day we discovered
one of the best. You're gonna break the record right here on
America's Got Talent, all new Tuesday on NBC.
The summer sensation is off and running.
Ninja Warrior, this is what I live for.
And every one of them
My sister was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy.
has something they're fighting for.
He is delivering!
New American Ninja Warrior, Wednesday on NBC.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
This is something when you think that Andy Murray actually comes into this match and more clay court wins this year than Novak Djokovic. It was like he was bad before.
He's come into this tournament, I believe, the first time he actually believed he could win this. The best chance he may ever have is today.
On that last changeover, Andy implored the chair to get Nelson Montfort out of the box. That's the curly French guy who tried to interview him before the match.
You're saying he's a French dude?
He's a curly little French dude. Because he was trying to interview somebody in Andy's the players box. So
And I thought
he's been removed.
And I thought it was a linesman.
It's always somebody.
Looks to be a bit frustrated that he hasn't been able to hit through Murray. Murray's tracked down virtually every ball he struck. He's trying to maneuver himself, figure out a way to get on track here. Do some more spin, get his confidence back. Hard to believe a guy this great. He's lost his confidence, but he's a little rattled here. The pressure's gotten to him.
And Murray's playing great, by the way.
Absolutely.
He's moving better, he's hitting better, he's serving better, he's returning bigger.
His forehand has had a serious impact. He doesn't want to get predictable, and there Novak really didn't have to move away from that corner. And eventually took over the point. Perfect serve.
Last year, Djokovic won the first set of the championship. And then was the victim of what we all watched with Stan Wawrinka hitting his way to this title with an astounding 60 winners. Different script appears here. Murray serving for the first set.
Murray was up 5-2 against Gasquet. First set, lost it. 5-2 in the second against Gasquet. Almost lost it. Doesn't want that to happen against a guy that's that much better.
Throwing a fist up at his player's box. That's his father, Willie, his wife, Kim. Baby Sophia is also somewhere close. He looks up to that box a lot, so if some intruder is gonna show up there, he will notice it right away.
Curly-haired French guys, watch out.
Exactly. He didn't want to talk to him, Murray, and he doesn't want the curly French dude to talk to anybody else either.
Ball's good. Let's see if they give him a. I thought that was in for sure.
Is this one here?
No,
this one here.
He should get the
here. Is this one? It's not this one. This one from the previous one is this one here.
And this one is catching the line, coming from here.
See if
It
they
cannot
play
be
it
straight.
light,
It's coming
because he
from
missed
this
the
way.
return.
And it's
I don't
good
think
here.
it affected his return. Murray's going to go to the deuce court, and Djokovic's going to the air court. Let's see what the referee calls.
Hawkeye presented by the Lincoln Motor Company. Look at that, just the barest of margins.
It's like,
Yeah.
what's the score?
Now, you hit the ball. I'm sure.
You hit it, John. He's giving Murray the point.
Now, he was hesitating. The ball was there flying.
I was already focused to hit it, and once you called it out, they put it out.
The call came after you hit the ball. I'm 100% sure of it. 100%.
Same man in the chair who called game, set, and match Wawrinka at the end of last year's championship. Damien Dumonsois.
est arrivé après que le joueur ait frappé la balle.
Is this one here?
I'm with Murray on that one. Now he's 2 points from the opening set. And now Murray's got to deal with these fans.
He had absolutely nothing to do with it. Unlike some other players that got this behavior that may have had, can place all the blame on the fans.
Wait a minute. Now the chair's really got to step up and tell him to quiet down.
This is a Frenchman, Damien Dumonsois.
Maybe Novak's telling him, okay, that's good. I appreciate that, but that's enough.
This is great stuff from Andy Murray.
42-0.
Very characteristic of his win in Rome against Novak was aggression. All the measures they have now, ground stroke speeds, etc., are way up for Murray in that match.
Yeah, he's been waiting for this for years.
Yep. This set stays alive, but we've seen very much, haven't we? That same kind of play from Murray in this first set.
No question. It's his forehand. He's clearly hitting it to me as hard as he's ever hit it. That was the best backhand Djokovic has hit this set. And this would be quite something if he can get out of this and somehow win this game.
I think he was energized by that confrontation with the chair. Using it as fuel.
Third try, Murray captures the first set.